91% of content gets no traffic from Google. That means if you either own or are about to own a website and you don't know what SEO is or how it actually works, then your chances of getting no traffic from Google to your site are incredibly high, which is why I'm going to teach you how SEO works, what it is, and how to rank number one on Google. I have been starting, buying, and growing websites for a decade now, and having scaled sites up to making 5 and even 6 figures per month with the SEO strategies I'm going to teach you in this video. But don't take my word for it. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I helped one of my clients double their traffic to his website with just one nifty SEO strategy. But first, what is SEO and how does it actually work? SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. As an example, Google being a search engine, they'll help people find the best answers to their questions and terms that they're searching for. And as content creators, it's our goal to make sure that our content is optimized to do just that. Also, these metrics that Google use to determine how valuable a piece of content is or how valuable an article is. And that's using everything from keywords to links to answering questions to the layout of the actual page and also how long people are on the page. Though this video, I'm going to share with you what SEO work you should be doing to ensure your content has the best chance to rank number one on Google to get that high volume of traffic. Firstly, you want to be finding and using keywords in your content. Now, the first place you can go away and search and do keyword research is using, free tools. You can use Ahrefs free tool, you can SEMrush as their free tool, but they've also got paid versions. You can use Keyword Chef, you can use Answer the Public, you can use Ubersuggest. There's so many free keyword research tools that you actually use. So go away and do some keyword research and finding the right keywords that's going to get the most amount of volume with a minimal keyword difficulty depending on how much authority your site actually has, and getting that mix right with where you're at in your journey and the establishment of your website is going to help you drastically to rank for the content that you're actually creating. Also, you should be using keywords throughout your article. You should be using, phrase matches and similar words to the main keyword that you are targeting in your article, and put multiple different keywords and phrase matches in your article. And you can use them in your headline. You can use them in your slug, which is the end of the URL for that actual page that you're creating. You can also use keyword phrases in your content as subheadings, okay? And also in your paragraphs. You can use them as alt text to your images as well. Now, what I like to do is I like to ensure that I do create great quality content that has many keywords, but it's not too stuffed with too many keywords that the content doesn't flow, it's not easy to read, and it doesn't actually make sense. You don't want to overdo this because Google can pick up if you do try to stuff too many keywords into one article, and they'll penalize your article for that, allowing you to not actually rise in the ranks of the search engines. Next, what you can do is you can win the featured snippet. Now, what the featured snippet actually is it's when you type into Google and you see like a bullet point list of answers or answers in, answers 1, 2, 3, and 4, or just you type into Google quick answer and it gives you a question and it gives you a quick answer. That's what a featured snippet actually is. And we want to have our site rank for featured snippets. Now, how we do this is we write questions with answers in our actual content. We also put bullet point lists. We also put a step-by-step strategy or step-by-step answer in our piece of content. We can also put, videos, short videos as answers to the questions that we're asking in our content as well. So how we win the featured snippet is by asking questions and providing great answers that are so good and easy to consume for the consumer that Google decides to put that as a featured snippet when somebody searches that term or that question in Google. So winning the featured snippet definitely helps us get our article ranked higher in Google. Next, which is one thing that I'm absolutely big on, is user experience. Now, user experience is measured by the time somebody is spending on the page. Now they could be spending anywhere from 30 seconds up to 5 minutes, 6 minutes, even more. Now, the more time they spend on your page usually means the better user experience there is, meaning they want to stay on the page for a reason. Okay, so there's some things that we can do to keep people on our pages and keep them going to more and more pages. How we do this is with quality content. So there's so many things that we can do to create quality content, and that could be having different types of content, not just text, but images, infographics, GIFs, tweets, tweetables, quotes, little videos, and so many different things that break up the content and make it easy to consume and make people actually enjoy the experience of consuming our content on our actual page. We also want to ensure that our website as a whole is easy to navigate. It's easy to find the answers, it's easy to find the content, it's easy to understand why we're actually on the website and go away and get what we want from the actual website. So user experience is a big part of helping us have our website rank higher and our articles rank higher in Google. It's a big part of SEO. Then we come to linking. We have 2 different types of links, or maybe I should talk about 3 different types of links. We have internal links, and we have external links, and then we also have backlinks, okay? Backlinks coming to our site. Now, internal links. Internal links are you with your content, in the content that you create, is linking internally to another one of your pages. So the user actually stays on your site, prompts people to stay on the site longer and actually get more value from your content and more value from your website. Also, this helps Google to see that your site is actually valuable, because you're not just trying to answer everything in one article on your site. You have multiple articles supporting the pieces of content that you have created. So internal linking to other pages on the site is very, very helpful, and Google really loves this. External linking. This is where you can have external links from your website to another website. Now, you don't need too many of these. Usually with internal links, I say and suggest have 10 to 30 internal links or more on each page going to other pages on your website. Now, the external links, you can have fewer of these, but you want these external links to go to high quality pages that are highly relevant to the content that you're creating and highly relevant to the answer or the question that you have in your article. So for example, if you're talking about horseback riding and how to train somebody to do horseback riding, then when you link to another article that isn't yours that talks about horseback riding or how to train your horse to be ready for horseback riding or how to be a better horseback rider, and that article from somebody else's website has a high authority and a high domain, then you're sending traffic to them away from your page, of course, but Google sees that you're actually providing a great answer and providing great value to people that are consuming your content, that they see this as a good thing. Okay, so this can help you get ranked higher in SEO as well. Usually we will externally link to other people's websites when we want to prove a point and we want to add even more value to the experience that the person who is actually reading our content. Then we have the backlinks, okay? Now, the higher the authority site is, the better the backlink will be. Now, what are backlinks? Backlinks are links where people will externally link to our site from their site. It's a backlink to our site. And what we want to do is the more backlinks we have to one page, usually the higher the authority of the page. Now, it's not just the amount of volume of backlinks we have incoming to our site or that one particular page, but more so about the quality of the backlink. How much authority has that actual website got? Domain authority, how big is their brand linking to our site? For example, if you had 100 links linking back into your site and they have very low authority and nobody's heard of these businesses before, it's not going to be as valuable as, say, having 2 to 3 or 4 to 5 great quality backlinks from big brands, maybe like, if we're talking about soft drink, maybe like Pepsi and Coke linking back into our website to prove a point that they're talking about on their website. They're high quality backlinks, okay? And they're going to have far more link juice and far more value than multiple backlinks from sites that don't have such, or brands that don't have such a big authority. Now, people do go away and buy these backlinks. I don't suggest you do that. I suggest you ask for backlinks and build these backlinks up. And there's a backlink strategy you can follow by checking out some of my podcast episodes with a guy named Dan Ray. Next, we have EAT. EAT stands for expertise, authority, and trust. Now, what we want to do is we want to show Google that our site actually has authority in the niche that we're talking about. Now, how we do this is we want to build a bit of a digital footprint, okay? And how we build a bit of a digital footprint is, yes, having backlinks and having multiple pieces of content in multiple areas on the internet that link back to our main site, but also having things like a Facebook group, different social media accounts where we're talking about the same type of thing and the same content and sharing that on our social media, in our Facebook group, and also showing Google that we actually have proof that we know what we're talking about. For example, if we are talking about horseback riding, I want to prove that I've done a lot of horseback riding by showing on my website and telling Google and the audience that are reading it that I have a decade of experience in horseback riding or whatever I'm actually talking about, and proving it by showing photos and videos of me on a horse, showing me getting awards at horseback riding training centers and stuff like that. You can do this as well if you're a doctor by having your license and all that sort of stuff, but basically proving your experience, improving how much value and how much you know about the space to the audience is also going to help Google to see that this is an authority, you're an authority, or the website has an authority in this space. So building out a big digital footprint is very valuable and can help you boost up your SEO rankings. Then we come to competitive research, right? Competitive research, what we want to do is we want to see why other websites are ranked number one and why our website may not actually be ranked number one. And then what we want to do is when we create our content for our website is we want to look at what they're doing and not copy it, not mimic it, but make our own version of that content. We don't copy it, mimic it. We want to make our own version of our own content, but we want to make it far superior to theirs. So we want to kind of see what they're doing and see how we can make ours far better and create fresh new content that's far more superior to our competitors, and that's where we actually win. Now, doing competitive research isn't done by many people and it isn't done enough. And this is the tactic that I've used and the really nifty SEO strategy that I and all of my clients have been able to use. And specifically, I was able to help one client of mine double their traffic to their website just by following this process, by going away and looking at an article that they had that wasn't ranking, wasn't getting much traffic, looking at the competitors, seeing what they're doing, going back to the article he had and making it far superior than the competitors, and also getting some little ideas from the competitors and making his piece of content that much better. And he republished that piece of content and was able to double his traffic to that article just by doing competitive research. It's far undervalued and not used enough. So that's one massive trick that you should be using when you're wanting to rank your website, is seeing what other people are doing and seeing how you can do it better. Now, I do have a question for you. Have you ever done competition research before? Please let me know in the comments below. I want to know how many people actually have tried this. And then if you haven't tried it, let me know if you are going to try it, because I think it's going to make the difference between your success of struggling to try and work out how to do this, between looking at something that is already working and then modeling off that. YouTube watcher, what's up? It's Jared Krause here, and if you've watched this video up until now, please smash the like button. I'm glad you're liking the video. Also, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're doing super good. I also want to ask you, please consider subscribing, because my commitment and exploration on YouTube is about to explode. I'm talking stories, polls, more amazing content, more engagement, more surprise and delight. And this is the time to subscribe. So I hope you consider it, and I hope to see you on the next video.
Hey YouTube watcher, if you thought that video was good, you should check out this video here on the 2 best types of websites beginners should buy. Or check out my playlist on how I made my first 100K from buying websites and how to do due diligence. Check it out. It's an awesome playlist. You'll enjoy it.